Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel. It's the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the east spawn of Paris, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP. And yes, it's his second submission for this week's competition, which is due to end on Sunday morning. Game on. Well, if you don't know, there's a competition between talon1958 and angelina75 every week, unless of course there's something that blocks it or stops it. There's a competition to win the best replay in an Arty and to get the line on Sunday morning. The loser has to get up and look after their little boy Remy, and he can be a bit of a handful on Sunday morning, so they really do very much try to win this weekend lie-in so they can have an enjoyable breakfast in bed. Okay, 15 centimeter howitzer. It's capable of doing 480 alpha rather, not 600. 480 alpha, 38 millimeters of pen, and 6.7 meters on the burst radius. First shot was a direct hit on the Kiliana. It's a very accurate howitzer. Look at that. The shell hit the side of the vehicle at the rear. Okay, now he thinks there's an Arty on that corner. And he's right, because there is somebody there. Somebody just got hit with a direct hit. And now he's changing position so he can avoid the counter battery. Now there's two Arty on the enemy team, an M44 and a GW Panther. Our GW Panther decided to stay near the cap area, but we're out here because it's much better to get direct hits on the enemy. That's a penetrating shot on the Giro. 484 hit points. He didn't get the value of the hit on the Kilana or the enemy Arty, but they must be substantial as well. Now he's looking around for tracer, any sign that the enemy's there, any trees knocked down. The only one he can see is still the Giro, who's right up at that ridge line. That must have been close to him. You can see how he's moving about as much as he can without giving away his position. He's not knocking over any fences, making it difficult as possible for the enemy to try and spot him. You can see that Jackson's just behind that bush, and the guy moved just before the shell arrived, so you probably pressed the forward button just as our shell left the tube. He's still up there at the centre line, but the BK-2801-105 just got a shell into him and finished him off. In fact, it looks like the enemy Arty also tried to get him. Oh, there's the other Arty. Rounds out. I think he was a little too far forward on that one. He's certainly playing hide the Arty underneath the shell. Kilana's next. It's a shell game. Trying to work out where they are. That's another direct hit. Only 117 though, because it didn't penetrate. I think we can also guess that the Galana didn't get penetrated the first time round because he's not showing a huge loss of hit points. But he's about to get hit again. And you can see 2 marks on the front plate. And again, we changed position to avoid the enemy Arty doing the same to us. In fact, they are trying to kill us because an Arty round just exploded behind us and to our right. Rounds out. Another direct hit. And I can hear the rumble. Yep, there was the response. Both enemy Arties are trying to hunt Talon at the moment, and they're both missing. And I think we might be able to see the impact point. Well, no, it's not showing very clearly. Okay, the Kalana's still there, which is making an easy target, and he's getting hit again. Yes, the enemy RT is now trying to focus on our object 244 and the VK2801-105. They failed so far to try and nail Talon, and he's going to try again and gets another direct hit. So I think he's kind of enjoying this because he's getting direct hit after direct hit. And now even the T-34-85 is starting to get involved. The VK2801-105 has gone deep in. And yes, he's derping this Kalana. And there's another direct hit which makes him a one-shot. So he should go down now. Unfortunately, the VK's gone down instead. Wasn't able to complete the job. So it's going to have to be Talon who brings down this Kalana. Rounds out. That's the kill. Okay, change position again. Okay, now he's got to try and go back to that G-row. There's only 3 enemies remaining, 2 Arty and that G-row, and that's all that's left. And we've got the rest of the teams who are coming in from the bridge from the south of the map, and they'll be in the vicinity very shortly. So we want to get a shot off on one of the enemy Arty the moment they're spotted before our teammates manage to get the kills. In fact, they probably will go for the kills first. There's the G-row. He doesn't last very long. Now, the other Arty is in this direction because we just saw the tracer come out from that direction. Another one is right over in the corner. There he is. And we decided to go for the GW Panther. And well, he actually aimed behind the guy so he can get the stun assist rather than get the actual damage. Well, that was a very clever move by talon1958. He saw right at the end that he needed more stun assist to actually get a higher mastery. His mastery was only a first class out of that game, as well as a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this match. In this game, he managed to get 6, and his win rate was 2,809, which is Unicum standard, but not quite super Unicum. But let's have a look at the previous score that he managed to get in a previous battle submitted earlier this week. Yes, there's the Hummel there. He got a 2nd class and a bruiser on that one. So he has improved his score by getting a 1st class and a bruiser. And that puts more pressure on Angelina to get the win. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see that the highest damage in that game went to the XM57 on the enemy team, who managed 3,976 hit points, and he got high caliber. 2nd highest damage was the XM66F on our team, who managed 2,980, and the 3rd highest, well, that was the Tiger P on our team, who managed 2,577 hit points, and he got a top gun. You can see Talon picked up 1,720 hit points of damage. He was beaten by 1 member of the enemy team, and 3 members of his own team, puts him in 5th place on damage. When it came to kills, though, the high scorer was the Tiger P, who managed a top gun. 4 kills went to the XM66F on our team. 2 kills went to the XM57, the Giro, and the VK3001P on the enemy team, and Talon only got the 1 kill. When it came to base XP, he's in 4th place because the high scorer was the Tiger P with 1,213, followed by the XM66F who got 1,163, and they were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base, with the VK2801-105 getting 806. But yes, he made a big mistake by trying to jump in and kill the Kilana by going too deep, and unfortunately that long reload on that 105mm gun, he wasn't able to get a follow-up shot, and he expired because the Kilana managed to get the better of him. We can see that Talon got 783 in 4th place. He fired 14 rounds in the game, got 9 direct hits on the enemy, and 1 penetrating shot, 11 splash. Now, I think we did see the penetrating shot, and it was on the Giro, I believe. Yep, there you go. 618 hit points from 1 penetrating shot. In fact, he did hit him more than once, twice actually. And if we go to the rest of the details, we can see he also got 11 splashes, 1,720, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 3 of the enemy, killed 1, and did 252 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns, I should say. On a premium count, he made a profit of 117,774 credits from that game. And he also took away 2,937 experience points out of that one as well. So a really decent game, but as he said, too little, too late. And that's why he aimed that shell behind the GW, intending to stun him, so that when the GW did get killed by our teammates up the other end, then he would pick up the stun assist off that kill, and that would improve his chances of getting an ace tanker. Although, given that he didn't fire a huge number of shells, I think he actually would not have got an ace. I think he wasn't close enough to get an ace and win the contest outright. Anyway, there was another replay that actually came in from Angelina, and we're going to play that one straight away because, amusingly, Angelina's chosen to play the Hummel as well. So let's see how she got on. And we can see that Angelina is in a assault game on the defending team, and she's in the castle grounds on Redshire.
Let's go.
Game on. Well, this is actually a very good match for the Hummel, mainly down to the fact that the trajectory of this Arty is so good that you can actually hit the enemy tanks who are on the other side of the hill if they try to assault our cap area. So this is where it gets fun. Angelina's a little too far into the castle rather, for my liking. Much easier to do it from the south side of the castle and help the teammates going down to the south. Just saw the Jackson. That was an enemy RT shot. Went in on the cap area. Looks like our Super Hellcat to be it. Instead, she's going to defend cap area from inside the castle grounds. Going to go for the Jackson first, I think. No, she's actually going for the guys who are coming up the north route. Okay, we've got an M2Y. And I did see a Sture Mill there, we can see it. And the Skoda T25. Now that tower there can be a bit of a problem, which is sometimes why it's a good idea to actually go just outside the castle grounds and shoot from there, and then pull into the castle if the enemy ever spots you from top of the hill. Okay, there's the M2Y again. Looks like the Skoda pulled back to the set of rocks. And that hit something. I think it was the M2Y and took it on the rear, but it might have actually hit the Skoda. Now the standard reload for this Arty with the 15 centimeter, which is the same rifle as on the Gorilla, is 25.31 seconds. Angelina's got that down to 20.74. They made 705 of these RT in total. 157 of them had the munitions charger version. That was the just carried the shell, not the howitzer. And that ARL-44 went down getting her stun assist. They actually started manufacturing them in June of 1944, and, well, actually, no, they completed manufacture of 500 by June of 1944, I should say. And the first 5 were sent to Russia. They were used for counter-battery work. They were actually used to take out enemy SPGs, or rocket batteries, because they were so accurate they could respond immediately and fire at the enemy when they got located. So any of those Katyusha rockets started firing as battery, Hummels would start firing in response. And, well, she did fire, but unfortunately the 88 did go down before she could get a shot into him. Considering that half the battle has gone already, the enemy's not doing too well. Okay, Berza fires into the gap at the back. Looks like both Artys tried there. The M44 is the other Arty on our team. You'll see that Angelina's achieved masteries in the Hummel before. Of course, it is the favourite Arty of Talon. Rounds out the Skoda. Direct hit. And she got stun assist after that. In fact, now she's got the communications expert skill working, which means that her responses should be a lot faster. Setter, who's managed to squeeze in there, lining up, but changes her mind. She sees the enemy Arty and thought, well, I'll have that, but she can go for the Sture Mill, who's actually just sitting there. Rounds out. Or we pulled forward the moment he knew an Arty shell was inbound. There's the setter, and he's gone. 8 enemies remaining. Our guys have done very well on the south route. Berza, maximum range. Direct hit! That's Angelina75's first kill of the game, but it was a very welcome one. That guy sat still and he paid the price. You see now Angelina's using the W key, get closer to the enemy, because the enemy doesn't appear to want to actually come in and steal the cap away. Okay, there's the Sture Mill. She's just dialing in, almost ready. Work out where he's going. She fired in where he's going. She gets some stun off him, and she's getting stun assist. Well, that's good news, because she's now got 858 stun assists and 865 actual damage. Now, if she can put a shell behind that house, then she might be able to stun that M2Y. Rounds out. She does, but unfortunately she didn't get the stun. Needs to change her position. The enemy Arty's been spotted. He's down by the river. She is within range. Of course, FB304s have very, very light armor. And yes, he's gone. There's only 3 enemies remaining now. Suggestion is they're probably all down in the south because they've cleared the north area. And there's one of them, the Super Hellcat. There he is, hiding behind the house. Won't protect him from the shell from the Gorilla gun on the Hummel. Rounds out. Well, he got stunned and he got splashed. And the next shell could kill him. And in fact it does. It comes from the M44. And we got the stun assist off that one as well. Okay, only 2 enemies remaining. Skoda T17. And of course the other one is the T-34-2GFT. There's the 2 T-34. Chinese tank destroyer with the FT. As Jink has always said, FT means fake tank. Because, of course, all of the Chinese tank destroyers are fake. Rounds out. Good. 108 hit points, and it's got some stun assist as well. The guys are getting close. There's the 2G. And he's gone, which only leaves the Skoda. One more chance. Rounds out. Yes! And a second kill for Angelina wins the game. It's all over. Well, I knew that was a good game for Angelina, not just from the fact we can see it's an ace tanker, which means she's won the lie-in straight away. But it was the fact that she was stunning tanks, and then her teammates were killing those tanks immediately after she stunned them, so she picked up the stun assist out of it. Just like Talon was trying to stun that GW Panther, and then his teammates would shoot it, but unfortunately they got the draw on the GW and killed him before Talon's shell arrived. So with an ace tanker game, Angelina wins the lie-in straight away, and of course that's the rules. If you get an ace tanker, you've won outright right away. She also managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 15 in that one. And she got a Confederate hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team, despite the fact that she actually got 2 kills. Her win rate was 2,972, which is super unicum. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, she didn't get the highest damage because that actually went to a Panther M10 on our team, who managed to get the high caliber and 2,651 hit points of damage. Second highest was that T-34-2G FT, who got 2,528. And in third place, it was the AMX1375 on our team with 1,876 hit points of damage. Angelina got 1,550 out of the game, which means that she beat all but the top scorer on the enemy team, and she had 3 members of her own team who scored better than she did, which means she's in 5th place when it came to damage, and of course she got the Confederate. When it came to kills, though, she's actually in joint 2nd place. The AMX1375 and the M6 both managed 3 kills apiece. Angelina got 2, so did the M6, and the T-34-2G FT and the Skoda both managed 2 kills as well, and the Skoda got a patrol duty out of that game. When it came to base XP, Angelina's in 2nd place. The AMX1375 must have done a lot of spotting. He got 1,102, and if we check the figures, yes, we can see 1,664 spotting assists in that game, which is why he did so well and got a win rate of 5,955. And Angelina got the 2nd highest base XP with 1,031, and they were the only 2 players who managed to make it over 1,000 base, with the 3rd place going to the M6, who managed 861. Angelina fired only 16 shells, but she had 27 available, so of course she had 11 shells left at the end of the game. 4 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 15 splashes. So who do you think she actually penetrated with this game? Well, the Berser looks like he was penetrated, and he was 412, 1 direct hit, wipeout straight away. The other one, well, I don't think it was the MX-13, no, because of course she saw him wiped out at the end, suddenly appeared, but was it the Super Hellcat? No, it wasn't. What about the Skoda T-17? Yes, she did penetrate that guy, and that was the one she killed right at the end of the game to get the win. Let's have a look at the rest of the details. 15 splashes, 1,550 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 2, so there's an 8 difference there, and that earned her the Confederate. 1,488 hit points of stun assist or 14 stuns, and that's where she got the ace tanker. On a premium count, she actually earned 71,285 credits from that game. And she got 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 6,961 experience points from that game as well. So a very good play, a justifiable victory in the competition this week for Angelina. She pulled the rabbit out of the hat and showed Talon that she's actually better in the Hummel sometimes than he is. But then I think it went favorably for Angelina this week. Talon was not having very good games. That was down to the mix of players that he was up against. But yes, that was a good one by Angelina. She did have a good game because remember, it's an assault game, so it's only 10 minutes long. So she has to do all that work in just 10 minutes. Hope you enjoyed this week's competition. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.